Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are continuing our game or progress this story. Actually in the last days I couldn't play a lot, I was doing only the dailies. I could get some level in my Trailblaze level and that was good. I could get some progress in some heroes, but I think this is the moment to follow the progress of some heroes. Let's see how is the story, how it goes. Now it's kind of weekend, so I have more time to play. So let's see, guys. Let's see how the story will progress. I think we are almost finishing the Jarilo-VI story arc, and then we are going to the next planet. But let's see. So let me just check. Okay, we still have a lot. What's more urgent here? Yeah, I got some levels from just doing the dailies these last days. But let's see. Pom pom. You see 26, 27, oh, almost 30. 27. Oh my god, I didn't know they got so many. That's crazy. Okay, almost 30 actually. I have to progress, guys. So let's continue. Let me just check achievements. Need 6-7 hours more. You see 28. Let's do this one. As far as I remember, this quest I was just walking in the city. Let's see.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Who is it? Shop's closed today. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Come on.
Not interested. I need time, not money.
Oh my god.
Jarval, we came past here before and helped you fix a few things. Remember?
What? Ah, I remember. The three outsiders. Wait, why are you still strolling around? Quick, act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted.
Serval will help us.
All right, you'll be safe here. My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in. Just what crime did you commit exactly? They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
Oh, we just...
Not yet, March. Rania said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely? Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Cocolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refuse to stand with her. I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence, they would have released it by now. I know Cocolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
Well, yeah. Let's see what will happen, guys.
You could say that. We were like sisters once, inseparable. Of course, that was all before she became the Supreme Guardian. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence. If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past. Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Branya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me. You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
That's good. Let's see this one.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
Try not to embellish the facts.
So that's what's been happening. No wonder we hadn't heard from Branya recently. After all these years in isolation, and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld? I believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Seela here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know I brought
Oh, she knows about it?
When I was still one of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects. Come on, I'll tell you.
Oh, she knows.
Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum, but according to the data recorded in that robot, Svarog, the architects dug out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them. Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. It's clear now that anyone who wanted to get closer to the truth would have been expelled or abandoned. Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure.
How much you know?
I figured out that the Stellaron and the Fragmentum were linked, so I was already close to the truth. It's a shame that the architects ejected me before I could discover that the source of the Fragmentum was the Stellaron itself. Before I lost my position, I was applying for permission to survey the Stellaron directly. It was my research topic, but I'd never even set eyes on it. My research was all based on historical data and lab simulations. Not long after I submitted my preliminary report and application, I received my punishment. It was obvious that somebody didn't want my research to continue. Cocolia... It's been so many years since we last spoke. We were great. She became a completely different person when she took on the Supreme Guardianship. The convictions she once held, her enthusiasm... She gave the order to expel me herself and refused to see me. I never understood that behavior, and I gave up trying to use logic to... Sometimes I even wonder whether she really did become a different person. Is that possible? Perhaps there's a single guardian consciousness that gets handed down from generation to generation. And the real Cocolia has already vanished.
Wow.
Is she being compelled by previous generations
changed a
of
lot.
guardians to make such baffling decisions? Who knows? But this might make for good songwriting material.
Stupid.
Japard? Not a chance. For my brother, orders are more important than anything. Even if you stuck Branya's letter to his forehead, you need to choose your words carefully if you want to persuade him of something. It might... Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish... According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog. Somewhere in the vast...
We must locate it as soon as possible. Ideally before Cocolia takes action.
Not a problem. I was thinking the same thing. But the area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum. If you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get
Oh my God.
past the restricted zone in one piece. You'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with. Yes. That's where the main force of the Silvermane Guards is stationed. They've consolidated their position there in order to resist the encroaching fragment.
It sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough. Why don't we go back underground and get Wildfire?
I fear we may not have the time.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line. This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
Really? Great. Phew. It's less scary if someone.
That's good, she can help.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade. You don't get that many decades in life. That's settled then. There's no time to lose. We should head out as soon as you're ready.
Let's go. G part?
Darn it! I forgot my brother said he'd be around today. Find somewhere to hide, quick. I'll handle him.
Let's see where he hides.
Japard! It's you. I didn't think you'd have the time to visit with things so tense on the front.
Things are manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later. I thought I told you.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Sis, you look a bit pale. Did something...
No. Why would anything have happened?
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agree. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Brosif?
Brosif.
Call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device, and the engineers in our unit don't know how to fix it. I need you to take a look.
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design. I thought it was something big. Leave it here. I'll take a look.
Sorry to trouble you.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under curfew all of a sudden? Has something happened?
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Wow.
Oh, Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
Don't say that. Forget it. If I don't tell you, Pela will. Last night, Lady Bronya suddenly appeared. She entered Klepoth Fort without saying anything to anyone. The Supreme Guardian is worried that the three intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a curfew for the entire city and ordered us to pursue and capture any suspicious individuals.
Ah, so that's how it is. No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya. Is she all right?
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klepoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned. Nothing more.
Well, I was sure worried about her. After she disappeared, Pela's workload doubled. She said she barely had time to go out.
She
Oh my
really
God.
does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here. Let me have a look for it. I think I left it over...
Wait!
What is it? You seem pretty off today, Serval.
It's, right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them all over there during a bit of spring cleaning, and now they smell terrible. So, don't go over there.
That's not a
Seems
good.
like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you were spring cleaning? You must be up to more forbidden research.
Am not? How dare you? What do you take your sister for?
Never mind. This is your space, and I shouldn't intrude. I've got business to take care of. Bye for now.
Wow, he didn't got suspicious.
Hey, wait a sec. Those intruders. I wanted to ask, what crime have they committed?
They're plotting to overthrow the architects and bring harm to the city.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me. Cocolia's methods haven't changed.
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the Supreme Guardian. But this isn't a joking matter.
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Pela in my next rehearsal.
I will, if I have the time.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
Great.
It's getting late.
Let's go. Let's see how this goes, guys. I'm very curious how this goes, this story. Actually, I got very further in the level.
Ew, I nearly suffocated. What kind of plot did...
I almost lost my cool when he went for his flask.
This is bad.
Silly.
She's in danger. We have to go save her.
Attempting
All
to
right.
storm Kapoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a suicide mission. Rest assured, Cocolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya. I'm certain of that.
You sound like Bronya herself. I don't get it. You guys are against Cocolia, and yet in some ways, you seem to trust her completely.
I
Shepard.
was gauging his reactions just now. Did you see? Unless we have irrefutable evidence, he won't question Cocolia's orders. If you go after him, come on, let's go to the restricted zone. If we can get ahead of the curve and find the Stellaron, Cocolia will be out of
That's a good idea.
Is Bronya really safe?
You care about her, huh? You must have become close
Here we
friends.
have to be careful to find the guards.
Close is a bit much, but I made her a promise.
Relax. She's the strongest girl I've ever seen.
I can believe that.
Oh, they've jacked up security all right.
Oh my
How
god.
are we gonna sneak in? Serval, we need one of those
Leave it to me. Stick close, guys, and don't get spotted.
Shield pads here?
This is a military base. Trespassers aren't allowed in. Wait, isn't that... Serval!
Well, if it isn't Franz. Long time no see. You still watching the entrance?
Well, you see, you haven't changed, Serval. Still nailing us to the wall. So, what brings you over here at this hour? And who are the guys behind you?
My brother said the restricted zone energy lines were malfunctioning. Told me it was urgent. He doesn't trust those contracted maintenance workers, so he got me in for free. These guys are my assistants. We need to overhaul all the installations here.
I didn't hear anything about the energy lines malfunctioning.
Oh, please. This is a technology division issue. Why would they tell you guys? Come on, let us in already. If the heating system goes down in the middle of the night, are you gonna be responsible for all the frozen corpses?
No, that's not something I could handle. Seeing as you're Captain Japard's sister, it should be fine. Okay, here are some temporary passes. Oh, and remember to give them back to me when you...
Thanks, Franz. I'll put in a good word for you with my brother and get him to promote you.
No, Captain Japard hates all that under-the-table stuff. I'd have a better chance if you don't mention me at all.
Alright. Oh, there's one here. Ah, Scalyx for this. Obsidian thread. Alright. Did you fight these guys?
See? That was easy.
You're Japard's sister, all right.
I don't want people to see me that way. I'm doing this... Do you see that mechanical gear bridge? When you cross over to the other
This
side...
looks like a battle zone. What do you guys think?
An endless fragmentum? a few exhausted Silvermane guards, and the stench of death. And if we want to progress further north, we will need to cross.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Upset the underlying mechanisms for this type.
Is Japard on frontline duty a lot?
Yes, but what made you ask that all of a
You
sudden?
don't fight these guys.
It's so...
Mechanical Fever released a new song. Oh, sure did. Palo was even Mechanical Fever is changing.
Don't be so pessimistic. They're just keeping things fresh.
What is this?
Nope. This terminal's offline.
So what's the plan?
Look for another. Every platform linked to the gear bridge should...
I never would have guessed that Japard and you were brother and sister.
I can't say I blame you. We're nothing alike in personality or interests. In our family, we have a strong military tradition going back generations. Many a Landau has died in their prime. There's not a lot of brother and sister time. Everyone just does their best to get on with their life. Darn! Can't activate it. It seems like someone severed the energy supply to the terminals. Huh. You know, with the front line on high alert, they must have rotated the bridge to make it impassable. Then they cut off the energy supply to the terminals to avoid accidental repositioning. That way, even if the front line were to collapse, the Fragmentum monsters wouldn't be able to make it to the other side.
Bronya was right. The Silvermane guards.
Just my conjecture, but I doubt it's far from the truth. Let's press on. We can't act.
Okay. No battle yet. I hope I don't have to fight these guys. Everything looks peaceful. That's strange. You know, I have this feeling like soon we have a big battle here.
That's it! The thing's shaped like a giant iron ball.
And it's behind a gate.
Its formal name is the Mechanism Energy Hub. It's connected to all the energy lines. I would have thought it covers the entire restricted zone.
No wonder.
One unit for everything? That's a disaster waiting to happen.
As long as we can gain access permissions to the hub, we can That's why I told them we were here for urgent maintenance. The frontline equipment needs servicing.
Let's do it.
I thought you went for maintenance. Way to go, Serval. I thought you just...
Come on. Let's see if that guard over there will...
We need a key.
Yo!
Are you the emergency engineers? I saw you guys.
Not yet. Everything looks normal so far. I think if you let us in, we can do a routine service inspection. I've worked on various iterations of this type of...
No. No can do. No one gets near the energy hub without the security captain's encryption key.
Not even the Supreme Guardian?
The Supreme Guardian? Hey, no games, you hear? No dice without the encryption key.
Ah, darn. This guy's not stupid.
You need the encryption key, right? Which captain didn't bother then?
Captain Dunn's resting up ahead. Go and find him.
Duns.
If he...
Done? Why didn't you say so? No problem.
Who is this guy? It's always good to destroy this box.
You know him?
You bet I do. We go way back. He's easy to talk to. Watch me persuade. Hey, Dunn! It's been a while. I didn't know you made security captain.
Serval, it's been a long time. You're still so...
Allow me to introduce my assistants to you. They help me take care of business at the workshop.
No
Everyone,
suspicious.
Captain Dunn, an old friend of mine. He used to be an ace on the keys in the band.
Oh, you You play rock and roll too?
Pleased to meet you.
Something strange.
Hello.
Oh, what's that?
Zachary! How many days has it been since you showered?
I showered right before my shift.
I think they are doing cooking something.
I haven't showered in 2 days.
Unacceptable, especially in front of visitors. Apologies for
It's not a big deal, Dunn. You know, if you get a chance, my keyboard guy is pretty good, but I still miss our military days playing in the...
That was a long time ago, Serval. I haven't touched a keyboard in ages. Besides, I'm stationed here all year round. I'm afraid I don't get many chances to return to the city. Though I don't stand on ceremony. How may I assist you? If everything's in order, you'd better head back to the city.
I've checked the lines. There don't seem to be any major problems. All that's left is the energy hub. The guard over there said that I needed an encryption key to open the gate. Can you help me out? Anything wrong, Don?
Sorry, Serval, but can you tell me what Captain Japard told you?
Huh? Oh, let me think. Hey, sis, the energy supply lines in the restricted zone have malfunctioned.
And may I ask, when did he contact you?
This morning? Yeah, that's right. He's on urban patrol duty today, right? That's why he popped round and asked the...
Aha. Captain Japard just returned to the front line. I could reconfirm.
Huh? Hold up, he's back? That can't be. He was still in...
You haven't changed, Serval. You're still a lousy liar.
Oh
These
my
people
God.
you brought, they're not workshop assistants, right? Serval, it's not that I don't want to help you, but you should remember that I'm a Belobog Silvermane guard. How about this?
Oh my
You can
God.
leave, and I won't tell anyone about this incident. But the outsiders must remain.
There goes the negotiation.
I think we have to fight.
I brought you guys here, and I'm standing with... Done. This concerns the fate of Belobog. No, the fate of our whole world. Please.
Serval! We used to rehearse together every day. You must understand. My rock and roll soul is to uphold the dignity of a soldier.
Uh-oh.
Move carefully.
Oh, they're strong.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Great!
This one.
Who's the lucky one today? Everything is ordained by the star. Oh, profound secret.
This is a good skill, making them faster.
Trailblazers, your blessing.
You see, they got before him.
My turn. What's this?
Step aside. The time is now.
This is quite strong, actually.
Let's make it quick.
On my mark!
Reinforcement.
Here stands the Silvermane Guard!
Uh-oh. If you attack him, you don't do damage, actually. So let's give some protection.
Well, I give you a present.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
I don't remember inviting you.
Let's just see. Let's see what's up if you attack him. You counter? Ah, yes. Oh my god.
Rules are made to be broken.
Let's try, guys. Okay, we break the shield.
Fight. You can't run!
Step aside. I have no... The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Great!
A guest with no manners, huh?
Let's go.
Try that again! You have the worst luck running into me. What's this?
Probably she have the shield.
The time is now.
He have the shield very strong.
I don't remember inviting you. Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Let's make it quick.
Stay close. Not a step back.
This is the problem.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Think they'll attack her?
Times. Check out this awesome move.
Let's see. I hope not. Oh my god. Not that bad actually.
Who's the lucky one today?
Let's go.
I just have to beat him. Wow.
Serval?
I'm sorry, Dunn. Time for a little...
He's just unconscious.
Stubborn fool.
Got it. The encryption key. Quick, before we...
I knew that.
I think we attracted attention.
That's the enemy attack alarm. Every Silvermane guard in the reserve zone just became our enemy.
You can do it, guys.
We've made it up till now. I could lose an arm and a leg for all I care. I have to lay eyes on the Stellaron. Quick, back to the energy supply hub. Anyone that tries to stop us is gonna find out a thing or two.
If I'd known he had the encryption key from the start, I could have snuck in and taken it off him myself.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, Sela. Activating the gear bridge alone would have been enough to expose us.
Oh.
Someone there. I see you. Stop right there.
Had to fight.
Scared yet? A gift from the stars.
Let's make it quick.
Like this!
Almost.
I could...
Gone. Ah, there's more?
Rules are made to be broken!
Okay.
Aside. The time is now.
A guest with no...
Let's go.
Another one, I guess. That's a lot, guys.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Great!
Scared yet? Look out!
Alright. Oh, they have a new enemy there. Some here. What is this? Ah, the ring. Ah. I should have attacked first. Now they will have advantage against me.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars.
So we use this, you see?
These trailblazers your blessing.
It will be faster. So let's see who deserves this one for sure. So he explodes. Oh my god, he just destroyed the shield.
Who's the lucky one today? What's this?
Clemency? Never heard of it. The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
Perfect. Was fair. Which limit these guys?
This will strengthen our position.
As you see, they already start
I have no interest.
with damage.
Batter up.
I don't remember inviting.
Let's make it quick.
Let's see, do some damage here.
What's this?
Almost.
The time is now. Clemency? Never heard of it. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Well, I have a huge defense.
A gift from the stars. Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Let's go.
You
Almost.
have the worst luck running into me.
Rules are made to be broken!
Let's see now.
We're in.
Oh, it's open. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Perfect.
Give me some time. Ugh, who designed this operating system? It's emergency fire evacuation system. Not that. Rock and roll dance floor atmosphere mode? Who the heck added that? And they used one of my songs. Your bridge control terminal. Still found it. That's it. I've reset the energy system. Let's go and operate the gear bridge.
Serval, won't more Silvermane guards be waiting for us on the other side of the gear bridge?
Let's get here.
Then what's our plan?
Well, either we reason with them or charge straight through the blockade.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Scared, yeah? Who's the lucky one today?
Let's go.
How about this?
I told ya I could fight. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this
Almost.
awesome move.
That's good. This one was faster. Uh-oh. Some kind of boss.
Careful. There's a big guy up there.
There's no other way.
If we...
Let's see how he's damaged.
You're annoying.
Wow, he's quite strong.
Move carefully.
Let's just try this, guys.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
Great.
I don't remember.
Let's make it quick.
Batter up!
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
He really needs some shield.
Step aside.
Oh, no damage.
A gift from the stars. With me
Herself, she needs some protection. Oh my god.
you can't run.
Rules are made to be broken!
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. A guest with no manners, huh? Look out! Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Let's go.
Almost there, guys.
You have the worst luck running into me. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Clemency, never. The time is now. The truth of life and death, revealed this sanctuary, is but a
Let's see if we can just break him. Oh, not yet. Actually, it would be interesting to use Serval here.
My turn. Watch this.
Perfect.
It's too late to repent.
Look out.
All right. She needs to put a shield on him.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Uh-oh.
Just a scratch.
Try that again.
All right.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking
I still have a shield, but not strong. Uh-oh.
Clemency, never heard of it. The truth of life
Let's go down him.
in this sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
You have the worst luck running.
Just a little bit more.
Rules are made to be broken!
All right.
Energy restored. System online. 40%. We did it. We've gained.
could have a problem.
He probably is.
Let's fight him.
Hopefully we don't bump into him, but if we do,
Are you sure you can?
I've probably got a 30.
Haven't you noticed yet? Most of our
We need to be sure, Serval. If we can't reach a common understanding with your brother,
Of course. My word is my bond.
Let's fight him.
Before our next expedition, I need Himeko to
Let's restore, guys.
skills. Beating people up all the time is cramping my elegance.
I haven't fought with Japard since he enlisted. He could never beat me when we were little, but now...
Ah, we can move? Ah, okay. I feel that there's some parts we still have to explore there. He's waiting for us. Ah, here we can recover.
Serval. It really is you.
Let's fight.
Japard, listen to me.
When the sentry reported to me, I thought there must have been a misunderstanding. The enemy alarm had to be unrelated to your entry into the restricted zone. Perhaps the intruders had taken you hostage. And yet, step away from the intruders, Serval. Walk over slowly and stand behind me.
I'm sorry. We have an understanding. Give me a few minutes, just a few.
Enough, Serval. Have you forgotten where we are? We Landaus ought to know this place better than anywhere. The outer reaches of the front line against the Fragmentum. Belobog's most strategic protective fortress. Every Silvermane guard here, every person here, is ready to sacrifice themselves. Ready to spill their blood for Belobog, yet here you are, leading fugitives into the restricted zone. Attacking my Silvermane comrades in arms, hijacking the energy hub.
Why do you think I've come here? We found a way to dispel the eternal freeze, to seal the Fragmentum. It might be the...
If that were true, why wouldn't you report to Madame Cocolia? Why would you sneak into the restricted zone and create chaos?
You don't understand. The one preventing us from getting close to the truth is Cocolia herself.
You have all seen the Supreme Guardian in person. Do you think you can act as you please because she didn't recognize your version of events?
Listen to me, Japard. The origin and spread of the Fragmentum is linked to the Stellaron, the meteorite in the...
I know about the Stellaron. It's exactly what the fugitives behind you are seeking. But the Madam Guardian has already revealed the truth to me. The Madam Guardian has warned me before that you were indulging in... Guards, formation.
Let's fight.
We could be inundated with Fragmentum monsters at any moment. We have no time to waste on them.
The forbidden is only forbidden to conceal the truth within. Cocolia's afraid that we'll seize on this knowledge, that the truth will spread far and wide. To save, I've said my piece. Whether you believe it or not is up to you. Regardless, you should know by now your sister's never been one to back down. If there's something or someone you can't abide, you should stand up and resist. And if there's something you uphold, you should uphold it to the very end.
Let's go.
Save your explanation for the judge. You are charged with sabotaging the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. In my capacity as captain, this isn't like our childhood game, Serval.
The barrier hasn't been fixed yet. Don't try and be a hero, Japard.
Didn't I tell you? All our negotiations end in combat.
No problem, let's fight. Now I'm thinking better. I should have put Serval in my team.
Sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
She was not necessary, I guess. That's okay.
Resistance is futile.
Move carefully.
guest with no manners, huh? Who's the lucky one today? Everything is ordained by the stars.
Her support buff is good. She also can increase a little bit of attack. Oh, we cannot use. Alright.
Look out!
So see, she gives a little buff.
Make it quick. Stay focused.
Oh. Okay, at least the damage not that high. Let's give her some.
Right there while I give you a present!
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Okay, not bad.
This ends here.
Oh my god, he don't use this attack when we play with him.
Rules are made to be broken. You've outstayed your welcome. Step aside. I have no interest in stoking.
What defense so high?
I don't remember inviting you. Try that again!
Let's make it quick.
Perfect.
I told ya I could fight. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Let's freeze them.
The time is now.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Oh, she can turn on red.
Our position is solid.
I don't know why they are focused on attack on her.
My turn.
I think he needs more actually.
How can we lose?
Clemency. The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Let's go.
Batter up.
On my command.
Let's go. Almost. I think we can do now. Perfect. So see, if they ask other people, just focus on him.
This guy knows how to put up.
He's as stubborn as I am. It could be an argument or a fight. He'll do both to the death. That's enough, Japard. Take a look around you. You're the last man standing.
Even if I am, I won't yield.
You yield. Well, new word.
We don't want you to yield through force of arms. That wouldn't be a victory for us.
Yeah, our goal is the same as yours, Serval's and Branya's. We just want to preserve this world. There's no reason to turn against each other.
Japard, brother, surely now you can see the need for pragmatism. Even if you don't believe my outsider friends, you should believe me. Maybe I've wasted your trust, which case, believe Bronya.
Let's see if convincing him.
There's nothing more to say, Japard. The decision is yours.
As a captain of the Silvermane Guards, I am duty-bound to carry out the orders of the
Let's fight.
But Lady Bronya is the commanding officer for the front lines. According to military protocol, if the frontline directives... For the Silvermane Guards, the Guardian's orders are paramount and absolute. But there is something of...
The people of Belobog.
If we lose the people, we lose the reason for our existence. Our fight with the Fragmentum monsters is for the sake of preservation. But if you are truly able to prevent our endlessly unfolding misfortunes, then the people of Belobog are indebted to you. But if you are using lies to mask your true intentions, using my sister and Bronya for your own ends, I swear by Klepoth that I will carry out your punishment with an ounce of mercy.
They're not lying. I promise you.
You must be Zila. You are a skilled fighter. Your combat...
Regardless of what you believe, these guys have been a great help to the underworld. Many people would vouch for them.
If you want to advance further northward, you must traverse an area entirely corroded by the Fragmentum. It's the only way to get to the snow plains on the other side. The guards can give you some time before the next wave of attacks is upon us.
Okay.
As soon as the restricted zone gate is open, the monsters on the other side will turn out in full force. The guards will do their best to stall them and buy you some time. Once you've broken through the front line, there's nothing more we can do for you. You'll have to find out for yourselves what lies within the northern Fragmentum. So, have you made up your mind?
No, we are ready.
Understood. Keep your weapons close. Guards, open the gate.
Wow.
Are you dealing with attacks like this every day?
It's a common occurrence. Guards, formation.
Well, I'm gonna make sure I don't owe the guards any favors.
For Bronya.
Here they come.
Steel yourselves.
I don't know if these answers change something.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
Oh, the monsters are different.
Scared yet? Who's the lucky one today? I told ya I could fight.
Oh, it's still...
Gotta try hard sometimes.
My HP is still low from the last battle. Alright. More? Uh-oh.
Rules are made to be broken!
Let's go.
It's too late to repent.
I guess
The
there's
truth
no
of
manners,
life and
huh?
death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
More?
How many of them are there?
The more the merrier. These guys are nothing. Hold the line.
I don't remember inviting you. A gift from the stars. Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
What about this?
I told ya I could fight. With me out
Let's
here,
protect. We don't know how much damage this guy can do.
you can't run.
Oh, again?
Try that again.
Okay, we have a shield.
Look out.
Okay, just one.
Batter up!
I told ya I could fight. Watch this.
Step aside, the time is now.
Oh, finally. Hope no more monsters appear.
I told you, Japard, the barrier hasn't been fixed yet.
This is only the first wave. They'll have reassembled soon. I have to.
Hey, Mr. Silvermane, listen to your sister. I can tell just...
Outsiders. Zila, the second wave hasn't started yet. Make the most of this opportunity and make a break for...
Huh? Serval, aren't you gonna look for...
My brother can't hold them back by himself. He wasted a lot of energy on us. He's my responsibility now. Besides, if I'm not here to help, I don't know what might happen in the next wave. I want to go with you. I do. I always wanted to catch a glimpse of the Stellaron with my own eyes, and now it's so that I can't abandon my brother and the other guards. I'm a Landau. It's up to you now. I believe in you. You've given me new hope. Get hold of the Stellaron before Cocolia realizes what's happening.
We can't abandon you.
Serval's right. Let's...
The guards have opened up a way.
Hey, March. Don't forget to take a picture of the Stellaron for me.
Say no more. We're good at this. Don't...
Let's go.
Fragmentum activity is intensifying. Something's happening on Jarilo-VI.
Jarilo-VI.
Shouldn't we go down there, Himiko?
Have faith in them. Besides, this is his first trailblazing expedition. How will he be able to look back fondly without a few twists and turns? Are you bored, Welt? I understand. But we have lots of opportunities ahead of us. Let's leave the memories of this expedition for them.
So you think they'll be safe, right?
Yes. We haven't seen any Eon or Emanator level imaginary reactions. Relax. This is a young person's adventure. We shouldn't interfere. At most, we could offer a little off-site assistance.
All right. I think we have some boss battles soon.
Is this the Fragmentum Japard was talking about?
Compared to this, the corrosion we saw in Backwater Pass pales into insignificance. Serval said that the Stellaron was very likely hidden in the snow plains north of Belobog. If we want to get there, I'm afraid we'll have to find the exit to this Fragmentum maze first.
Guys, does this place feel weird to you? It feels like...
This place makes my flesh crawl. Like there are insects under my skin.
We have no guide and no way of detecting the Stellaron. We'll just have to advance gradually. Don't be disheartened. The stronger the Fragmentum contamination, the closer we are to...
All right. Oh, yeah, heal.
Oh, look! Up ahead on the ground. What is that?
Be careful.
This is... Yeah, so she's been here...
Whoa! Quick! That's Bronya! Huh?
Oh, what she's doing here?
Cocolia too?
No, it must be... a kind of echo?
which means they were definitely here. And it looks like they went that.
Just in time. We had no idea which direction to
So it's now globe.
Objects that have been exposed to fragmentum corrosion might not be stable. I wouldn't touch that device if I were you.
Interesting, have some hidden spots with the puzzles that might be.
Deep in, so let's look for other clues.
We cannot go that way.
This is a complex mechanism.
Wait, wasn't there some big energy hub-looking thing back in that empty area?
I can't say I like the idea of interacting with our surroundings, especially this deep into the fragmentum. However, there's no other way. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
It worked, right? But the gate didn't.
Are there other?
It's clear that whoever designed.
I have to activate more. I knew that.
Look, over there! I think I can.
Oh, I see it too.
That's good.
Scared yet?
A gift from the stars.
Let's make it quick. How about this?
All right. It's like a maze, a labyrinth.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Who's the lucky one today?
Let's go.
I told ya I could find. Watch this!
It's too late to repent.
I should have used before.
I try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! I don't remember inviting.
A chest.
Looks good.
That's good. Well, I think when I increase my equilibrium, I will get a lot of levels. Let me see. This is a little confusing. Working? Okay.
So that's how it works.
Is one mechanism there. He's gonna do the job. Let's go.
Rules are made to be broken! You've outstayed your welcome! It's too late to repent.
Look out!
Let's make it quick.
Are those monsters guarding the energy hub?
It seems like it. Huh. Strange. Fragmentum monsters would usually destroy man-made objects.
Did you hear that? Come on, let's find the next one.
2 more.
Here's the next mech.
There's no switch.
I've never seen such a desolate place. At least in Rivet Town, you could tell that people used to live there.
Rivet Town is only...
How we move? Ah, here, perfect. So we can go there. Oh, what is this? Cover on. Oh, let's go. Oh, we unlock cavern corrosion. Ah, this is the place to get the artifacts. Alright. I don't have enough.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary.
Let's start attacking.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing. A gift from the stars.
What about this? Step aside. The time is now.
Oh, it's done.
Oh, shiny. Ooh, sparkly.
Just one more.
Success. Another mechanism.
I want to ask you a question.
Ask.
Do you still remember those dreams you mentioned to us? I know you're wide awake right now, but I need you to try.
Oh.
Well? This is merely speculation, but perhaps the voice you heard and the one in your body is resonating with the Stellaron on this world.
Huh?
Interesting.
You mean that Stellarons can communicate?
Well, there's never been a human that could accommodate a Stellaron in their body.
Then, aren't we...
Yes.
Don Hung's speculations are usually right on the money. But even if we've guessed right, we can't go home now.
There's no way back anyway. At least Cocolia won't catch us off guard. I have to save Bronya.
Let's go. Oh, a chest.
Oh, shiny.
I think it was here, right? So what we can do, I think I already know. You have to connect that side. Yes, so I cannot go from here, but I can go for the other side.
This will strengthen our position.
Oh, almost.
Step aside. I have no interest in...
Scared yet?
A gift from the stars.
Wow, she fights strong.
How about this?
My turn.
Done. Not working? Okay. Perfect.
Done. It took some effort, but we finally cracked these mechanisms.
Ah, we can activate from here. Let me just check here.
Are these echoes too?
Yes. The fragmentum here seems to have made us...
That is strange.
I don't understand. Even if the truth is as you say, every generation and all of them have...
Do you still not see, Bronya? There is no right or wrong here. Our ancestors, including Elisa Rand, spent their whole lives trying to... They spent lifetimes writing songs of praise that lauded the bravery of humanity to those entities of greater magnificence in the heavens above. 1,000 years is but a... I shall not follow the Guardian, but...
Oh, they talk a lot.
You will hear the...
You guys think we have a big fight here? Uh-oh. Let's see. Actually, I think I'll upgrade my relics. It's maximum level. Let's make her... Wow, she got much more attack. I think that's lacking some degree. That's good. Probably don't have many. I have to do that dungeon. Probably 2 stars, but what we can do. This will give a good bonus. You guys will see the performance. Actually, this is not the best resolution. But even these 2 stars, I plan to upgrade them. I plan to use them as a upgrade materials later. And now great, now everything's level up.
Whoa, check this place out. Tables? Looks like another completely new monster.
Considering where we are, it would be surprising.
I don't care how strange it is. It's blocking our way.
What kind of monster is that?
This will strengthen our position.
Oh, looks like strong one.
Judgment is here.
Rules are made to be broken.
Let me see.
Decisive strike.
You cannot attack her?
A gift.
Let me test.
For your sins.
If you attack, she counter.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Let's beat these guys first.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
Great.
With me out here, how can we lose? I don't remember. Look out!
Perfect.
I told ya I could fight. Watch this! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Step aside. I have no interest.
You have the worst luck running into me.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
I've lost my way.
This enemy is completely different.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a product of the Fragmentum. I think.
Unlike those random low-level Fragmentum creations, this one seems to have a mind of its own.
Look, Bronya and Cocolia's echoes. They must.
I sense that we're very near.
I think we're almost there, guys.
This is where the first Guardian led the Silvermane Guards into battle. She made, but the otherworldly Legion did not tire. When all was nearly lost, she chose to set her sights on the Stellaron. As for what came later...
So... the
Ironic, no? All the Stellaron did was answer humanity, even going so far as to
It?
No, something created using otherworldly technology. An inhibitor that a corporation from the old world and the architects attempted to use to house the Stellaron. Oh, I know you have many questions, my daughter.
Strange. This stuff is getting more complex. We have to put it here. Let's see, let's see. Perfect.
That was...
Who's the lucky one today? I told ya I could.
I should have used this one.
Rules are made to be broken! You've outstayed your welcome!
Okay, but I remember there's another way here, right? Let me see. Ah, chest. Oh. I forgot to activate actually. What is this? Oh, another 4 stars. I made the wrong guy.
Things ordained by the
Never heard of
stars.
it.
Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking. The time is now.
Let's go.
What about this?
I told ya I could.
Done. One's done.
Just a scratch.
Look out!
Clemency? The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
No more. Now you guys got me by surprise.
A gift from the stars.
It's too late to repent.
Watch this!
Let's make it quick.
Almost.
Guess with no manners sometimes. Check out this awesome move. I don't remember inviting you. Look out! Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Let's go.
What about this?
I told ya I could fight. A guest with no mana.
Let's make it quick.
All right. I fear this will be a hard fight.
This will strengthen our position.
Almost. You guys think we can do it?
Rules are made to be broken! You've outstayed your welcome!
Judgment is here.
Time to get vigilant.
We can't attack her.
Look out!
Step aside. I have no... The time is now. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Let's beat the assistant first.
You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose? Go away!
Good.
Can't run!
Prayers won't help you.
Cannot use his skill.
Try that again!
That's crazy.
Never.
We had to attack us.
Stay right there while I give you a present! Gotta try hard sometimes.
Let's see if this helps.
This awesome move!
The redemption.
You can't run!
Just a scratch.
Wow.
Try that again!
It's not an easy fight, guys.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars! Give these trailblazers your blessing!
think herself.
Me out here? How can we lose?
The truth of life and death revealed this
Let's see now.
is but a vision. Great!
This is our chance.
What about this? Rules are made to be broken!
Dang, he really needs.
Give you a present.
The shield is gone. I cannot use it here. If I use, I think she'll counter. Apparently it's like this.
My turn.
I cannot use. She have a shield, so.
With me out here, how can we lose? For your sins.
She have a shield.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. A guest with no manners, huh?
Step aside. I have no interest in still.
Prayers won't help you.
I can.
Execute the judgment.
You're annoying. You can't run.
Batter up!
I don't remember inviting you. Try that again.
The truth of life
Let's see if we
and
can break the shield.
death. This sanctuary is but a vision. Great!
I lost my way.
Wow. That's not easy battle, guys. But we got a treasure. That's good. 4-star. Let me just check. Increase attack. You get more effects, so let's switch for a better one. Like I told you before, we can use the old ones. Oh, they go plus. That's great. Oh, there's go more. Now this one. No, I think now I need more. Oh my god, we got so much death. It's like Genshin Impact. Oh.
Who's the lucky one today? Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars.
Give these trailblazers your blessing.
What about this?
My turn.
Rules are made to be broken!
Let's go.
Worth our while. This will strengthen our position.
Oh my god, wrong button. Oh You cannot fight like this, guys.
Keep at it. Keep at it.
You guys think we have a chance? Which element? Are electric. So let's see, we can use the same. I think we put him. Maybe we need a healer. Using as a shield. She or she? She. And she. You guys think we have a chance?
Time to get vigilant.
Keep up with my tempo.
It looks very strong. Oh my god.
Time for a shot.
Nobody's very.
Savor the vigor of life.
He worked for me as a shield. Let's see if it works. Oh my god.
Guest with no manners, huh? A gift from the stars.
Oh my god.
This song's just for you. Turn up the volume.
Not sure if it was a good idea using him.
I don't remember inviting you. Who's the lucky one today?
Oh.
But I want to.
Oh my god.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up with my tempo. Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Not much
That'll
change.
take more than medicine. Nap time.
There, guys.
Let's show.
How we can win that one, guys? I think I come later when I'm stronger.
It's that shadow of hers again.
It feels like this echo is different. Did she just...
You cannot.
Not good.
The Stellaron.
Oh, who you fight?
Intruders.
Wow,
You go no further.
this was unexpected.
It may look like her, but the fragmentum can only create fortunes. Bring her down!
I think it's not the real, right?
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
She'll be the one that deals more damage here.
You are doomed to fail.
Guys, you win.
Try that again. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Let's see if you do some damage. A little bit.
Let's make it quick.
No, she just attack.
A guest with no manners.
Clemency? Never heard of it. This sanctuary is but a vision. The time is now.
Freeze to death.
You can't run.
The eternal freeze will bury you.
Let's go.
What's happening here, guys? She got defense?
Rules are made to be broken!
Watch this. Who's the lucky one today? Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Sinners, ready yourself for
Oh my god.
eternal winter.
This was quite strong, guys.
With me out here, how can we lose? Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
You need to break her.
Let's go.
About this!
You have the worst luck running into me. Stay right there while I give you a present. You're annoying.
Wow.
You can't run. Try that again.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary.
Let's see, 54. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad.
Look out.
Finally.
It's too late to repent. The time is now.
Let's make it quick.
I don't remember. My turn.
Step aside. I have no
Okay, not bad.
You can't run.
About this!
I think we can destroy this.
Are made to be broken. Decisive strike.
A gift from the stars. Everything is ordained by
Oh,
the
she's
stars.
saving the battle, guys.
Secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Almost there, 13 more.
A world devoured by ice.
Oh my god.
Witness the avalanche.
This is a big trouble. Because she cannot use the shield.
No manners, huh? Who's the lucky one today?
Okay, I think we can beat her.
Step aside. I have no... The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Let's go. One more. Oh my gosh, you decide everything.
A gift from the stars. The world that they
Oh,
brought.
perfect. This was not easy, guys.
She disappeared.
Those stairs. It's the only way forward.
Wherever they lead, it must be the end of the journey.
I don't want to get to the end so soon. I want my journey.
This means that Bronya is up ahead. And so is the fate of the overworld and the underworld. Strange. I thought I'd feel nervous or afraid, but I don't. The only feeling I have is that none of this seems real.
Not always. Sometimes it's a happier conclusion.
The Express has traveled world after world. We are merely passing travelers. We invariably avoid getting drawn into turbulence that can decide the fate of a world. But there are always times when we have no choice but to act.
Or to put it another way, this is one heck of a first trailblazing expedition. You hit the jackpot.
I was about to bore you all with my gloomy reflections, but on second thought, not today. Adventuring with you guys by my side has made me feel like no obstacle is too big.
Right on. But you can say whatever you like. A good adventure shouldn't be full of rules and regulations. Helping those in need, befriending those worth counting on, and saving the world a few times along the way.
That's the spirit. Let's go, guys. Oh my god. Fine. Okay. So I need the electro. What's that? Okay, I have to change her. Which you want, guys? Her?
Ah, it's freezing here. The blizzard's so fierce. How the power from the Trailblaze path isn't enough to stop the cold.
It means that we're getting closer to the Stellaron, and the heart of the Eternal Freeze.
Oh, they have something here. It's just... They could put a chest there, right? Wow.
What is this?
It's like an insect trapped in...
I bet the Antimatter Legion force it. Even it. No, we've got enough.
Oh, the enemies are froze.
Did the architects build this?
Very different from the uniform style of the buildings we saw in the city.
Does it look like the palm of a huge hand to you?
That's just strange. You can beat them.
Do not resist, Bronya. Accept the common will.
No! I don't want this.
Look upon their promised future, Bronya. A world without poverty, without cold, without suffering. A world where people no longer have to pray like prisoners for survival. A world that we, 700 years ago, we tried and fought unceasingly, believing that the radiance of human nature could shepherd us towards rejuvenation. And to what end? A crushing defeat. Why, when faced with irrefutable strength, is our first thought always to resist? To cover our ears instead of... It is the conceit and cowardice entrenched in the depths of human nature. So difficult to evade.
Your brainwashing ends here, you witch!
Let's fight.
You came. I thought the blizzards had entombed you.
You wish! We're not going down before you do. Bronya! I don't know what happened between you and them. Even if you explained it to me, I probably wouldn't understand all the crazy details. But there are two things I do know. One, these guys have come through hell to get here, to seal this Stellaron thing. And two, do you remember what I said? If anything happened to you, do you understand? Even if the damage is done, even if you've completely forgotten our promise, then I'm just gonna have to knock you out and bring you back myself.
Nice.
Zila.
Finished? I think I've given you long enough to bid farewell. It's time I told you my other reason for bringing you here. I want to witness your choice. I have told you all the truths there are to tell. The deal with the Stellaron, the wish I made to it. There are no more secrets between us. Many years ago, the voice of the Stellaron sounded in my ears for the first time. I was no different from the previous generations of Guardians. I withdrew, refused. My conviction was once steadfast, unparalleled. Until a sudden change arrived and threw everything into chaos, and compared to the illusory, ever more distant preservation, this was...
I think we fight to her, guys.
Long agonized over how to convey all this to you. Inevitably, the promised tomorrow will transpire. But if you were not there beside me to watch over that new world, then I would descend into torment. Bronya. Perhaps I should be thanking you, outsiders. The pressure you have imposed has at long last compelled me to confront my final weakness. Bronya, throughout your life, I have never forced you to submit to my will. You have always, will always have a choice. Choose.
Madame Cocolia. am grateful to you for raising me and for but I am sorry, Mother. You say that conceit and cowardice lie in the depths of human nature. Perhaps you're right. Desperation sheds a light on the darkest recesses of the heart. What about those simply struggling for survival, fighting for something better? I've witnessed their light on the front lines, in the underworld, in places you have overlooked. Our ancestors will not hand over our fate to the seed of ruin.
Let's fight it.
We are guardians, Mother, chosen from among the masses. You seek to crush human nature underfoot while masquerading as an arbiter and a god. I can't.
So, this is your choice. I understand, Bronya. Pity. Such a pity that you will never see that resplendent world. Unable to free yourself from the shackles of your mind. You know what?
Let's fight.
It's shaking!
That sign!
The fate of this city, of Belobog, is sealed. Its future will unfold, and you will become the foundation of the new world!
Uh-oh.
You must break the old to build the new. The Supreme Guardian commands you! Rise, engine of creation!
It's one of the Architect's ancient machines! Watch out, all of you!
My God. Let's fight.
This robot's 1,000 times bigger than Svarog. I don't remember inviting you.
They said you helped me from the spaceship, right?
A gift from the stars.
The time is now.
Time.
Let's rock! Engine, break them!
Oh my God. Okay.
We have to stop it.
Okay, this is their turn.
Who's the lucky one today? Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars.
But I don't have shield, guys. Let's do it here. Okay.
Time for...
Ah, the mage.
Rules are made to be broken! You outstayed your welcome!
Ready to lose yourself?
Okay, not bad.
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
A guest with no manners, huh? A gift from the stars.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an
Let me see.
is but a vision. Break!
This is our chance.
Batter up!
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up with my tempo.
Uh-oh. The monsters are not a big problem.
How can we bring a giant like this down?
I don't remember inviting you.
Problem is not that big attack we receive.
Aside, I have no interest in.
Okay. I knew that.
Himeko! It's Himeko!
Hello? Can you hear me? Gosh, the signal's terrible.
Himeko! You finally spared a thought for us.
What are you talking about? Weldon, I've been up on the you the time. You've got quite the trailblazing edition on. So, how did that guy work? Or, importantly, how do you stop him from working? Over to you.
We'll cover you.
Let's go.
I'll cover you. Grab hold of me.
Uh-oh. Now is the moment, guys.
The power granted by them!
Holy.
Listen to the power surge! Sing! The Stellaron's promise is the only hope for this world. Just as it dispelled the Antimatter Legion 700 years ago, so too will it wipe you from the face of this world!
Let's fight. Only me or her?
Stay alert.
What? Oh my god, guys. Just a scratch.
Let's go.
I think this is kind of battle that
A brave new world!
maybe I unlock some new abilities here.
Rules are made to be broken!
Humanity, so weak.
Come on, I'm still level up.
Always overestimating their abilities. Let me bestow upon you despair!
Holy. They kill him for real.
Is this the universe? But I was fighting Cocolia. Why am I here? The last time I came here, I drew Nanook's gaze. Could it be?
Oh, we can move here.
The commercial district has fallen. We've transferred the residents to the outer municipal districts for the time being. The garrison lost 26 fighters. But
Go on, Japard.
What's up?
I'm not sure that they're dead. I saw their broken figures lingering in the fragmentum. What happened back there defied all reason. It was madness. Madam Guardian, if this continues,
I know well the consequences, Japard. You may leave.
That is strange.
Why do you hesitate, Cocolia? Isn't this what you've always been hoping for? Get out of this cage and take a look at the city. What is there to lose? The efforts of our predecessors, their unfinished research. We can finally see them come to fruition. Give me some soldiers and I'll locate the Stellaron and find out how to save our world.
You need to come to your senses, Serval.
Come to my senses? What are you?
Guards! Miss Serval is tired. Take her to rest. Sequester her lab and detain the researchers. Their work is illegal.
Oh my god.
Why, Cocolia? Why have you grown so cold?
Serval Landau, you were my most cherished friend.
So the promise is sterile. Disappear.
Cocolia, the monsters are surging this way. It's too dangerous here.
Foolish. Weak.
What? Madam, what are you saying?
Only I can understand. They have eyes that do not see, ears that do not hear. Feast on their willful ignorance! Absolve them of their stupidity and fear!
Let's go. There's another one here.
Mother, I still don't understand. The fragmentum corrosion has already spread to the underworld. How will those below ground fend for themselves if we withdraw every guard?
The automatons will ensure their safety. The most important defensive position is here on the surface. If our lines crumble, the underground will vanish in an instant. Our defenses here must be maintained at all costs. These are the choices we make, Branya. As a leader, you must harbor the courage and foresight to choose. You, me, and every Silver Mane guard in the city, all of us must carry out a higher mission. There will come a day when you must make your own choice. Do you understand?
Higher mission?
It is too early, Branya. Still too early. You will understand when the time is right.
All right. What is that? Sword. That's nice, you got this sword. Now we got a new weapon, guys.
can't be.
The will of preservation has made its choice.
You know nothing of the plight of this world. Nothing of the wait for its final end.
Even if we are doomed to destruction, we will go bravely, walking hand in hand into the darkness.
No, that end won't come to pass while we're around.
Everybody's together.
Stellaron changes everything.
Stay alert.
This is trial.
Defend the weak.
Wow. When we can unlock that?
Who's the lucky one today? Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
I like the new weapon, guys.
Let's rock!
You fools!
Lance at the ready.
Magma wheel.
A guest with no manners, huh?
Okay, I think I got the skills.
A gift from the stars.
Step aside. I have no interest in... The truth of life and death revealed. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it
Let's
or rock
go.
it. My music conquers all.
I don't remember inviting.
She have 2 lives?
I'm on guard. Indestructible.
Time for the old world to collapse.
Lance ablaze.
What is happening? Everybody attacks together? Wow. Oh, I can use it? That's good. Now I can see hope to finish this battle.
Pretty good crowd today. Let's rock!
Lance at the ready.
Blast.
Not a scratch.
Oh my god.
Keep up. It's my tempo.
Let's use this one.
Clemency?
Everything is ordained by the
Never heard of
stars.
it.
Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Okay, a little faster.
I'm on guard. Defend the weak.
A gift from the stars.
Almost.
A brave new world.
The time is now. The truth of life and death reveal this sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Let me see. He got news. Very nice. How we can unlock this? Also, I get a lot of defense.
Don't lose momentum. Indestructible.
This song's just for you.
Lance ablaze.
Let's go.
Forward!
Pretty good crowd today.
Done. I should have another life. Holy. I don't think I can manage, guys.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
A guest with no manners, huh? Who's the lucky one today?
I will be the architect of a new world.
Oh my god. Oh, we survive? I don't know.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or run.
Oh, we survived that. No explanation for that.
Let's rock!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
I think should be a healer in his place. He's doing some damage, but
A gift from the stars. Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers
I think if you survive the next range of attacks. Oh my god. That's the big problem.
Lance at the ready. Time to go on the offensive.
Okay.
I don't remember inviting you. Who's the lucky one today?
It's not easy, guys. He's doing good damage actually.
Revealed in an instant, this sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Look out!
I'm on guard.
Let's put some defense here.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance.
I like this new weapon, guys. Unexpected.
The only redemption.
The time is now.
A gift from the stars.
Let's go. Almost 4%.
I will be the architect of a new world.
Thing is, we are surviving this. Holy. Oh my god, we managed. Surprisingly, we managed. Thanks to that new weapon, new toy.
will engulf everything!
Mother,
It's over.
Mother, did you wake up from that dream?
wow. That was a tough trailblazing expedition. We made it! But, what are we gonna do with the Stellaron? It's usually Mr. Yang who handles it.
I've informed Himiko and Mr. Yang already. They'll seal the Stellaron.
Nice! The crisis on this world is basically over, right?
The storm still rages on. Now that the Stellaron is sealed, the eternal freeze will slowly recede. Fragmentum won't aggressively expand anymore, but nor will it disappear.
That's good.
It will depend on the efforts of the people here.
Thank you. All of you. Thank you. I'm fine. Don't worry. There is still much to do. The people will have felt the effects of the engine of creation. There are so many questions to answer, so many truths to reveal. I don't know whether I can get the people to accept all this. Can I really do that? Tell everyone about Mother's true motives? About a lie perpetrated for 700 years?
No. No.
Sila,
I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think there's any other way. In the underworld, we tell the kids, things will be better tomorrow. Everyone knows it's a lie. Can you imagine the consequences if we told the people what happened here? They'd be devastated. If we can't trust the Guardians, who or what can we trust?
Mother died to preserve Belobog.
What?
The visitors from beyond the sky told her the secret of the Stellaron. She knew that Alyssa Rand, the first Supreme Guardian, had failed to destroy it, and yet she decided to challenge its power, a power beyond human comprehension. Supreme Guardian Cocolia sacrificed herself to dispel the dark clouds enveloping this city. From here on out, that's the truth the world will hear. What do you think?
She's lying.
It keeps the hope of preservation alive, at least.
It's logical.
Why do we have to lie? I'm abstaining. I like telling the truth. But I get what you're trying to do.
Let's use this version.
Thank you for understanding. For many people, Mother was an outstanding guardian. The whole truth will live on in my mind. All the mistakes, madness, evil, dreams therein. I will be the one to carry that burden. Now, I must take over the duties of the Supreme Guardian and discard my naive fantasies. I'm sorry, Sila. Please, protect this secret with me till the end of our lives.
Say no more. I know what to do.
Thank you. Well then, as promised, let's start rebuilding the bridge between the overworld and the underworld.
That's good. Well, we finish, I guess, this part.
Sila, can you tell everyone in the underworld that the Stellaron has been sealed? Tell them the blockade will soon be over.
Of course. Leave it to me. Now,
While you do that, I'll head back to the administrative district. I need to tell Japard and Serve.
are you okay?
What's wrong, Bronya? Do you feel sick?
I'm fine. I need to hurry.
She's exhausted. Quick, we need to think of something. You, help me out here.
Right. I almost forgot. You're still wanted by the guards. I might be an underworlder, but let's settle then. I'll leave not to you. Remember to keep the secret. For Brun...
So, wanna tell us what happened back there? Don't think you can just reappear on the battlefield with a cool weapon in your hands and skip the story. You drew the Amber Lord's gaze? Right at that moment? That's too much of a coincidence.
He probably doesn't know what happened either. This wouldn't be the first time. Something similar happened when we faced the Doomsday Beast on the space. Originally, we thought it was because the Stellaron was linked to the destruction. But now it seems to be more than that. Let's focus on the business at hand first. We shouldn't disrupt Himiko and Mr. Yang while they're dealing with the Stellaron. Let's talk once we're back on the
You're right. We need to finish what we started. Let's hurry up and find Natasha.
Alright. The preservation, we got a new music. That's good. I can change. Of course, I like the cool weapon. I cannot use this. Okay, I think we keep the old. Wow, cool weapon. You guys think with the progress? I think we can keep like this. It's like the Genshin Impact, right? The hero chance. I like this one. Now we can do the relics. I think I cannot do the trial of equilibrium, I guess. This is the mission. I did a video about it. You can scout. It's like a cooperation mode. I can help some guys out. Oh my god, I changed my main team. Of course. The element. Which element should be? Normal. This hook, I remember, is so strong. Let's see. You guys think I'm doing a good decision?
We need a strategy.
56. I cannot use skills. She can use.
For your sins.
Let's make it quick.
You have the worst luck running into me.
That's using herself.
How can we lose? You can't run. Try that again.
Oh my god.
Check out
I think I should have got the same element, guys. She for sure. Please do a lot of damage. Okay, not bad, not bad.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking. The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Oh, she recovered. No, I realized that.
About this. Rules are made to be broken.
My turn. What is this?
Prayers won't help you. Execute the judgment.
Think we have a little hard time here, guys.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
For your sins.
Okay, just a more.
Retribution.
Just a scratch.
Oh my god. She's almost done.
Stay right there while I give you a present. You can't run. Gotta try hard sometimes.
Please freeze everybody.
Try that again.
The redemption.
She should put more shields.
How can we lose?
Even she have hard time. Now is the moment.
For your sins.
Oh my god.
The judgment.
Guys. Bad decision. Everybody's done. We did some good damage, but not enough. Let's try again, but now with the correct. Please. So let me see. I think she is very good to have. Actually, yeah, can be she. This one. We need someone like level 70, you know? Maybe this one? Ah, Sombronia. Silly, I mean. And here on her place. Darn. And let's put she, because she can give some boost in the damage. Let's go. I think now we can do it, guys.
We need a strategy.
Yeah, I know.
The redemption.
Oh my god, don't attack her again, please.
Move carefully.
Don't mess with me.
For your sins.
Okay, no problem. Oh my god. You cannot attack normal? What's the problem?
For your sins.
This can't be.
What a headache.
Let's do this one.
I'll free you from your
Now let's finish this.
Among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I've lost my way.
Great. What we got? We got some missions today. Not bad, not bad. So these are the guys I actually have to beat. Let's do this one. I think this is a good team. Ah, we can have support. So you'll be our friend here. Perfect.
Scary ones.
Ah, we can attack from distance. At least this monster is my level.
Time for a shot. Savor the vigor of it.
I hope.
Oh my god. I think we just try these guys. Oh my god.
Time for the main event. Turn up the volume. Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
You're in bad shape.
You will know justice.
Just in time.
Actually, they didn't attack a lot. I think next time I don't need her, actually. She's more healer, you see.
In the name of Landau, years of cold hardens the will. We shall never fall!
Perfect. We did it. I think the best thing is like having a help. I think the others will be similar. Which element? Fire. Actually, she can be a good thing. Let's go.
That's a tough nut to crack. Oh, we're in trouble now. All the best.
Let's make Hook strong.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Good omens. Fight us one.
No, this little child is very strong. All right.
This song's just for you. Keep up with my tempo.
This ends here.
Yeah, but I have support, so.
Almost begun.
Pretty good crowd today. Turn up the volume. Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
You will know justice. The die is cast.
Let's do yourself.
All the best.
of Landau. Years of cold.
Let's give some shield.
We shall never fall.
Time to make some mischief and start up the great appetite! Make way! Make way! Bang! You call it small!
This song's just for you. Keep up with my tempo.
Seize the moment. Chill out.
Time to make some...
Perfect. Oh, Hook is helping a lot. Let's attack this one. I think his place is maybe her.
That one's a little scary.
Wow, already starts to take damage. Let's go, we can do it.
We're in trouble now. Evil's begun.
Form a line, Billy! Now you don't! Follow Hook if you wanna win! Hit start Hook the great appetite! Make way! Make way!
Turn up the volume.
Almost we could destroy.
Let's be friends, shall we? All the best.
Oh, finish? What? Got so used to, I think, critical damage, I guess. That's crazy. So let's see who we can beat here, guys. We cannot use it too. We can use normal. Him? Who else? I can use him, but his support. Maybe it's just input him. And that's it. Bronya can help a lot.
The enemy situation has changed. Show your courage.
Here's some attack boost you guys can see.
Time to change tactics.
Step aside. I have no interest in still.
My turn.
Let's give it to him.
Right there while I give you a present. You can't run.
Oh. Okay, at least on him.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
You'll pay for this.
What's she doing? Make faster.
It's now or never. Fight with me. This battle is unavoidable. Evildoer. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
What about this?
You have the worst luck running into me.
Rules?
Let me see. Let's beat these guys.
My turn. Try that again.
You'll pay for this.
Oh my god, the damage is not that high.
You can't run.
Holy.
You're annoying.
Because you broke the...
Always a weakness. The time is now. Lend me your strength.
You have the worst luck running into me.
Bad decision.
Troublesome.
Let's go. Clemency? Never heard of it.
Oh, we cannot.
This battle is unavoidable.
Let's put a shield on him.
How can we lose?
Oh my god, bad decision.
Just a scratch. Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict. The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
Let's make it quick.
You'll pay for this. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them! Evildoer.
We still have 2 lives.
Let's go.
What about this? Rules are made to be broken!
Okay, not bad.
Unavoidable.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
This is our chance.
Funny, we are recovering little by little the HP.
You'll pay for this.
So this is...
Oh my god.
Step aside. I have no interest. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a
I
vision.
think we need someone that deals a lot of damage on their ultimate.
Battle is unavoidable. Evildoer. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Oh my, now finish. That's crazy. I think I should get a more DPS. It's okay, we did a good damage, but still a little bit more we need. Ah, that's annoying. We need a good DPS, guys. She's a good hero. Let's use her. And on her place. Let's heal her. Let's go. This is the last chance, guys.
Practice target?
This will strengthen our position. Move carefully.
I think you can do, guys. Oh, even her, they hit hard.
Come one, come all.
Yeah, she's quite strong.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Time for a shot. You're in bad shape.
Step aside. I have no interest in... The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Let's go, all four of you. We're doing faster now.
Batter up.
Rules are made to be broken!
Combat is a series of precise machinations.
Naughty children, don't listen. Savor the vigor of life.
Oh my god, now I have a healer. Just in time. That's the best definition.
Think nothing of it.
Don't worry about me.
Oh my god, he's done.
Here comes the medicine.
You guys think he can survive?
I'm okay.
Shit.
The time is now.
Time for a detailed overhaul. Come one, come all.
Just 1%.
Time for a shot. You're in bad shape. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Don't worry about me.
Let's go.
You won't get away.
Perfect. It's the best.
Life and death revealed this sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Perhaps you still don't understand.
Now is the decision.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Perfect. Repeat everybody. We don't have more tickets. That's good. Little by little, I think until the end we get the best prize here. It's kind of battle pass. So now I think I'm not continuing the story. I think later I answer this. So I think the most important now, I wanna do the discover and corrosion. Increase death. Ah, they have some specific ones. Wind damage. Physical damage. Wow, this one is good. Wow, this one is good. Physical damage. This one for the side to choose. I think I go this one. Elemental damage. I think I'll grind on that. Yeah, to fighting. He's here.
This will strengthen our position.
Support. I think I go my usual team. Which elements? Oh, so diverse. Let's go her. We can go only once. So let's go automatically. Let's see.
You won't get away.
Finish? Ah, no, I have another one.
The sanctuary is but a
So much faster this way.
Barely felt it.
are made to be broken.
You won't get away.
Great. Wow, we get a lot. Okay, ice damage. So I think this will be where we spend a lot of our resource. So let's see. We finished the dailies already. We're getting a lot, guys. One day I do, I think before the new banner finish. I have read 46. Now 51. You guys don't know, there is a banner open now. In 4 days. I try to get him. Jin 1. He's like his weapon. This is good because after, but it's like after 300, guys. If you guys play Genshin Impact, like it take like 6 months to do that, 1 year. But that's it. I think I'll try. I need some copies. And this one, I didn't try her yet. So I think that's it, guys. Wow, we play a lot of time actually. But if we could progress the story, the next day, I think we are finishing this Jarilo. And then we are going to another place, I guess. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And see you on the next video.